Okay, hello everybody, I'm David Sponheim, and we are going to be doing a very quick meal today. Couscous is one of the most amazing meal dinners that's super fast to make. I mean, even faster than ramen. Cooks in 5 minutes. And in order to do that, we're going to start with the name of the dish. Let's do that. Okay, yes. Pepper, turkey pepper couscous. Yes, couscous. It wants to spell couscous with caps because I put cap on. Okay. Okay, we got $2 for the beef or the turkey. $1 for this, $1 for the peppers and onions, so we're at $4, so we can feed roughly, I'm going to say 3 people with this dish. So 4 for 3 will be the total. Now I'm going to get into the chat room, and this is Technology Thursday, we've got a lot of things going on. I'm going to turn the fan in the background down because it's been kind of a hot day. And let me do that first. Yeah, got air moving around. Okay, we're going very well here. Where to begin? Okay, well, let's get the hot water going for the couscous. So let's start with that. It doesn't require a lot. I think the box calls for, and this is non-GMO, by the way, you know, which is great. Let's see, the box calls for, yeah, whatever. Who cares? Get some water in there. Can't really, as long as it gets wet, right? You're getting a new roof on Tuesday? Oh wow, what happened? A tree came through? Yeah, yeah, that's probably enough. All right, let's get that on a high or medium temperature in the back there. Okay, welcome to David's Kitchen, where I've got a nice little ghost cactus growing. Sarah said that all the men that are lonely in apartments in this country are buying up ghost cactuses and cactuses galore. It's like a lonely man phenomenon, and I had to laugh. It's pretty funny. Oh, there we go. So I'm just taking the cactuses that she brings me. I was a Democrat, yeah. I'm just taking the cacti that she brings me, and then I'm just nourishing them, you know. Got some nice cherry tomatoes growing here. Over there. Those are cherry tomatoes. This solar plant is growing too. It's growing very well. So the same seems to grow incessantly. And then of course this is a pretty, yeah, I'm not going to move it because it's already kind of like sending its things everywhere in the air. But yeah, Sarah and I got these when we were, these Lifetime cups, when we were doing cable TV. We went to a kind of a Lollapalooza kind of a thing where they give swag away. Yeah, I used to, you know, sell advertising. It was fun, but it wasn't really that fun. All right, this is more fun. Is this ghost show any good? Don't go there, no. The guy's a copy of my show. Andrew Dice Clay did a thing about people going back to rebuild their homes only to be flooded again. Wow, that's a trip. Well, I showed you some property in West Virginia the other day that was pretty amazing. $17,500 for a half acre, and it's built just like this house. It's practically the same house. It's a double wide though. This is a triple wide, and I don't know, man, $17,500 for a half acre of property, a nice wooded area, beautiful backyard, 2,000 square feet or 1,600 square feet. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. I mean, so what's wrong? Why can't you save $17,500 to get a new house somewhere? I mean, what's your problem? I'm not really raking on you here. Hey, you know, I'm gonna get this pan going, and it's got some dirt in it from the previous meal. I was wondering why I didn't clean it out. And now I realize it's because I wanted the taste of the previous meal in this meal, you know? This is a triple wide, yeah. If something tells me it would be unsanitary to cook with that, don't you think? So let me scrub it out. Oh man, I should have cleaned it last night. Well, that sucks. Okay. Well, let me leave that pan to soak, and I'm going to use a small pan then. Along with that hot water boiling back there, it should be good. Okay, let's get this thing going on level 3 in the front. Gee, did I clean that one out too? Must have been one hell of a night. You know, I was having a ceviche moment where everything tastes like ceviche. Yeah, I just thought I'd say that. Well, if you really enjoy cooking and you get into the taste of food, I've had compliments about the turkey when they cook it. So I'm going to cook it quick and hard, and I'm going to literally fill up the pan with turkey. I'm not going to put I'm actually going to drain some of the fat out of here too, so let's get started with the onion. Peeling the outer layers of this organic onion off. You know, I like having food that doesn't have pesticides on it. They call me old-fashioned, you know. I don't know anyone who really wants to eat toxic food, and now you have to carry, oh, I can't talk about that. Oh, sorry. I won't talk about that, the thing I was going to talk about, because of the algorithm. Yeah. I did unban all last week. Yeah, what's wrong with you? I unbanned all many times. Yeah. Every 3 months I unban all. Once every 3 months. So wait another 3 months and you should be fine. By then the world will be in an apocalypse at that point. And zombie apocalypse will be going on. There's a sign for a line cook in my area. It says send resume. I was going to walk in there with a blank piece of paper. Here's my resume. Will you hire me? Fastest chopper in the West. I'm going to throw some oil on here. I think I sprayed off the board here. Well, the board needed a little oil anyway. Let's get the onions in there. Okay, sizzle, sizzle time. Throw some Italian seasoning on top of that. I like this pepper seasoning I got. It's seasoned pepper, organic, no salt. I'll throw some of that in there too. Yeah, a little pepper won't hurt. And then I'm going to take a scissors and cut off the end of this little thing here. You don't want to get these loose, because if you get them loose, leave them hooked up right there. If you get them loose, they'll go right into the meal and somebody will actually eat it and die or something. So just squirt that right into the plate. This will be my rendering down dish, because what I'm going to do is probably clean this other one and bring it all together. Okay, so get that hot. What I do is take a knife and just cut it a little bit, like that. There's about 15 to 20% fat in there. You want to get that out. You don't want to eat that. Otherwise, you'll be getting, extra saturated fat, which could contain toxins. Because as you know, fat is one of the areas where toxins accumulate. Also in density meat like liver. I like to get my carbon in my liver. Okay, I'm going to clean this out. This is ridiculous. Go to the action cam. I was going to make Sarah brought all these carrots home because nobody likes carrots for some reason at her school. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse these off and drop them in a little container. I am an expert on getting fat out of your meat, yes. You don't want fat in your meat if you can avoid it. It causes pimples. And adult acne is not uncommon. It's not unusual to have a zit on your face. Da-da-da-da-da. It's not unusual to be totally like a pizza face. Da-da-da-da-da. Other things that'll cause pimples to erupt would be that dreaded, well, I can't really talk about it. Okay, so there's some carrots for storage. Looks like a container I could just lock in the refrigerator, right? Meanwhile, I had to put some more carrots here. Seems like carrots would be really good in a boiled couscous, don't you think? Why don't I boil some carrots and then cook the couscous in the carrot water? Now you're thinking, Dave. Let's do that. Yeah. Trying to rinse my hands off of each unit just to maintain COVID safety. Plastic everywhere. I hate the plastic. Yeah, it's just like, jeez. Totally not biodegradable, that's for sure. Plastic mimics estrogen, yeah. Oh, it accumulates in our liver. We're all eating microplastic. We could have stopped the plastic problem a long time ago. But no! They at least didn't want to spend some of that money they were making off of you. They just wanted to give it to you, They wanted to give you that plastic. Here, let's put this in that boiling water back here. Okay, the nice thing about couscous is you can boil things around it, Let's get the temperature up to level 6 on both sides. Now we're going to chop some of these peppers. First thing you want to do with the pepper is get rid of this. If you have any of those, it's an embarrassment to serve food with a pepper and some piece of paper hanging off of it. Let me rinse them off. Yeah. Hey, if you can't see me at Bitwave, it's because I'm not broadcasting there right now. That's okay. We do that anyway. During the evening. Cut the heads off of those, pop out the little top. Knock any seeds out. Take the seed ball out. You can plant the seed ball if you are so inclined, but this late in the year here we wouldn't have any peppers. No way would peppers grow at this time of the year, unless it's in a greenhouse. which I might do actually. This year I set up some cold frames so I can grow things in nice warm areas. I got my spinach in the ground, so spinach is starting to germinate. There will be blimp planes in the world, yes. The future. Dirigibles really are a viable source of future travel. There's going to be solar drones that run on solar energy. They already have them. We'll be looking at hydrogen-driven vehicles and hydrogen-driven drones too, which I'm working on a plan to do that with my drone missile defense system. It was planting season, I know. I told you it's not planting season. I just said that. Jeez Louise. I'm going to put some Burberry sauce and some cumin in this. Burberry sauce is an Ethiopian mix. It's pretty interesting. It's got a little spice in it. I'm going to top it off with that. Okay, it's coming in hard, so what I'm going to do is break this up. I'm going to push it in and kind of go like this and rip it over. It's already got a burn going. Like I said, hot and fast. Okay. Wow, this is not that oily at all. Whoops, hang on, I got it. I just saved it. Wow. You see that? I just saved it. It was going to go drop between the stove. Yeah, that's really kind of nice. I'm going to turn it down to a low. It's not oily at all. Yeah, it's some really lean stuff. Everything is beautiful. Okay, those carrots are boiling. Carrots are a nice mix for this, you have vitamin A. Man, this was dirty. Yeah, so, I do. Man, that's like, I'm going to have to hit it with another layer. Something strange happened to me today. I got a steel brush here. Yeah, I was at the post office getting some letters, and I was standing there, and the proverbial idiot standing there talking to the one guy who's overworked and barely reaching retirement and hating every minute of it. And this guy's like, this is his only social life, and there's like 7 or 8 people in line. And he starts going off he starts saying, yeah, well, to tell you the truth, well, really, what is the truth? And he starts this philosophy discussion with the guy. Oh, he'd already handled his package. I mean, we're talking a line of 8 people. And he's talking philosophy. He's philosopher-baiting is what he's doing. Remind me never to do that again. Okay. So I'm sitting there like waiting for the guy to say, okay, this is getting a little ridiculous. And I started to talk under my mask because you can't stand in the post office without a mask or they'll arrest you or something. Oh yeah, that's verboten. So I'm saying, geez, you're like, why don't you just stay there, man? Why don't you just park there? You know what kind of works on these pans is your nails. Yeah, when all else fails, use your nails. So why don't you just park there, man? You know, it's such a nice place. You could live there. It's the only social life he gets in life, you know. So here I am, you know, just wanting to be a customer to get served, and the guy's, you know, waiting for retirement. He's in his 50th year of working at the post office. He's yeah, he's just completely, you know, he doesn't do anything to buck the system. Okay, I'm going to get that on the back burner here on level 3. Yeah, it's time. Now I'm going to turn this one off. Oh, it is starting. They're starting to see some oil in here. Okay, that's good. Okay, good. Let's break that up. Basically, you're pre-cooking the turkey so it gets any oil out of it. But what I love about this is, you see the glaze at the bottom? That's actually a good thing with a meal like this. It adds flavor. Not too much, you don't want to burn it, but flavor. I don't even have to drain the oil on this, it's so lean. I'm just going to pour it right in there. That was a temporary thing. That was if I had a lot of oil. But you know, that caramelization right there is minor. That's the kind of thing that makes food taste good. Caramelizing. Okay, we're going to go ahead and chop a little bit more of the peppers up. Not so they're so small that they're inedible. And we're going to keep that cooking over there. Basically bite-sized peppers, you know. Always keep an eye on the knife. Never take your eyes off the knife, and always keep your hands curled like that. The idea is to keep your fingers pointing down at all times. All right. And any kind of little pepper seeds you have to pull out. Sarah has a 0 pepper seed tolerance for any pepper seeds. So she refuses to eat seeds, which I don't blame her, really. I feel the same way about seeds. Okay, we're going to go ahead and, that loving on 3, we're going to put this in that container right there. We're still cooking it. All right. Okay. Yeah, that has enough oil in it just to keep going. I'm going to throw a little bit more cumin in there. They say cumin is really good for your brain. Hey Jeff, speaking of brain problems, hey, you remember your name, that's good. You told me a long time ago that it's bad, I'm sorry, what did you say? It's a bad thing because it releases free radicals. You know, I did. I said that, but when I realized that the free radicals were the things that tasted good, then I realized, well, I want a few free radicals, you know? It's like, who doesn't want free radicals? Like, look at Antifa. They've all been released from jail, right? Morpheus. So you want your Social Security checks? Yeah. Oh, he's going to require people to be vaccinated in order to get Social Security checks and driver's license and disability checks. Yeah, I know. Poor guy. Worst thing he could possibly do. We don't need to do that. No. An egg, Tom? You say that every time in the show. That's all you have, the only input you have. The egg. That's your big thing. Cumin is a seed, yeah. If they say it's the poor man's saffron. I don't know. I don't cook with saffron. I'm sure it's expensive, but I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. All right, we've got the boil going. I'm going to check the carrots to see if they're done by taking a little knife and poking them. Nope, they're not done, but the water is getting full of the carrot juice. So this couscous is going to be a delightful mix of carrot juice. What are we doing? What about a little in honor of, yeah, this is the thing. In honor of Meow TV, who has not appeared in our show in, what, a month and 1 week now? You know, he was a big guy who wanted to, you know, do the thing in the arm. Well, now he hasn't been in for like 5 or 6 weeks, so we're assuming he's no longer around. Anyway, he bought me this whole box full of, as a gift from France. He got me this delicious box. Isn't that cool? And there's still more in here. There's 2 more in here. It's a bacon alternative for Jews and Muslims to put on their food. It'll taste like bacon a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to put that on the food as well. Just a little sprinkle. I'm going to take this temperature, I'm going to take some of the carrot juice over here, the carrot water. I'm going to pour it on the dish. Just to get that going a little bit faster, I'm going to turn it up to 4. Yeah, we kind of stopped the meal halfway through just to get a pan switch, but it'll make sense in just a bit. Okay, I'm still boiling those carrots. Those carrots take a little longer, and they're a really low-cost item too. Carrots. Yeah. Considering I got these for free, I mean, Sarah didn't need them at school, so I said, okay, sure, bring them in. I'll cook them up tonight. Absolutely. It's nice to absorb the use of old food that would normally go to waste, because someday we won't have any food, you know, the way that Biden is going. Yeah. I think, this is my personal opinion, but I think that we're going in the exact wrong direction in every way. We need an about face. You need a much more casual and free and easy kind of leader, as opposed to Mr. Biden, who's so worried about making a mistake that he's so stiff. It's like, he's like walking constipation. I think I'll flip my hair over to the other side. This is my first set. All right, so don't touch your hair during the cooking process, otherwise you have to wash your hands with this little wipe nap. And make sure it's not your snot rag, because that's over there. So anyway, I was at the post office, and I'm assuming most of these people are vaxxed in my area because they're so Democrat. Almost everybody is just so out of it. But anyway, I was in there, and it was kind of cool. You know, I finally got my stuff, and then I came back, and Sarah bought a Medify air system that we will use for her spare, when she has spare cartridges for her air filter that she has. So we bought a second one for the house, and we'll be able to use some of the spent filters again. And we just figured, you know, why not? Air quality is super important right now, and we don't know what's in the air. And she uses 2 of them, one in her classroom and one in the next door classroom. So it's really clean, the air is, for the kids. They're very aggressive, these Medify Air, and they're HEPA filters. So anyway, I cleaned them all up, sun dried them and everything. And I started to get this mucus in my nose. You know, it's like, what's happening? What's going on? Get some more mucus in my nose. And I wasn't near the HEPA filter. I was actually downwind from it. When I do that stuff, I do it in the wind, so the wind blows toward me and it blows past me. So I wasn't breathing anything there. I was reacting to the environment. I really believe that I've got that stress, that sensitivity thing. I think I really wasn't reacting to the environment of people who were shedding spike proteins. Yeah, I really do. Hey, don't ever make accusations or innuendos about anybody being gay or straight. Yeah, sexual preference is of no value here. I wasn't the chemtrail. You know, I really thought it was an oppressive environment in there with the mask on. And I finally, you know, I got the mucus out of my nose. It's like my body went through a full cleanse. It's like, whoosh. You know, like when you have a cold, your mucus just keeps coming for days and days. Well, it's almost like that's what my autonomic nervous system did, and just completely flushed out whatever the hell was in my nose. No, I never do that, Tom. Have you ever added an egg to that and smelled it? Yeah, give it a shot, man. Smell the egg. We get people in our room saying they want to eat rotten eggs because that's what they derive vaccines from. And it's like, yeah, in the old days, that's what they made vaccines out of, rotten eggs. It's true. Anyway, I just was a little worried that was the issue that was going on, and it was like, whoa. Okay, when you can put a knife through one of those carrots and then it slices through, you're ready to start adding your couscous. So we'll use the carrot test on this. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and bring the camera over. I'm going to put it right on the carrots and mix it around the carrots. I'm going to turn the temperature down to low. All that water immediately soaks right into the couscous. Then I'm going to just turn it off for a second. Then I'm going to take the pan that I'm cooking over here. This is non-GMO couscous. Couscous is basically spaghetti that's been cut really tight. It's Durham semolina wheat that's been chopped very tight. So I finally feel better. I'm not having a lot of mucus, but it's almost like your body goes through this cleansing thing to just push anything out. I don't know if you'll ever experience this, but I definitely think there's something going on. Sammy Davis is a black guy, and he has a winky appearance, so he's sometimes stereotyped with nerdy gay men. At the homeless shelter, he doesn't apply shea butter to your dry skin for fear of looking too feminine. Wow. And last thing I need is getting over the vaccine to deal with animalistic instincts of other homeless men who are seeking to have sex with you. You have 8 days left in the shelter. Since your new home was destroyed after only 30 days, the bank and title company reversed my loan, and now I'm getting a new place again. Hey, right on, man. Well, jumping through the hoops and taking multiple vaccines in order to do it has gotten you some cash, hasn't it? Or some way to start. It's good you'll be able to enjoy the last year of your life this way, you know? Congratulations. All right, I guess everything is ready to bring together. If you have an excess amount of, that has to cook some more. Okay, let's just throw it all in together. What the hell? Oh yeah, I wanted to get it off of there anyway. It was starting to clump up. It's good I caught it. Look at that. Yeah, that burns pretty quick on a band like that. I'm going to take the total number of people up to 6 on this dish. I'm going to put some water in it. Put it back on the grill. Loosen that couscous at the bottom up. There we go. Wooden spatulas are the best. No fear of plastic waste going in your meal. Now I'm going to put the rest of that on top of this. Okay. Come on. Get a little more water in there. It was so sad. I saw this guy working at the post office today that was just, he's my age, and, he kind of looks a little like me. And he's been working every year of his life, to get that retirement check. He's like a couple days away or something. So what are they doing? They're having them all backs up. In order to collect his retirement check, he has to be, fully vaccinated. So, yeah. I'm okay using the key word because I'm not saying anything, that would be considered misinformation. But the Postal Union has complained. I mean, there's 220,000 employees that are actually saying they don't want to do it. So we'll see what happens. Because you know these people live for their retirement check. That's all they, you know. And it's almost, it's overwhelmingly difficult to work at a job like that. So postal people really are the true heroes in our society right now, in my opinion. Truly. I could only imagine what he's going through. You know, it's like, man, this is the last days. It must be like 2 more years and he'll be... No, I've actually used keywords that will be alerting the YouTube engine, but I haven't sent anything that would be in any way misinformation. Yeah. So I'm just going to see how that flies and see if it works. Right, so during my regular show, we talk about things as they are, and we talk about top-level microbiologists and pathologists that say certain things. So it's not like we're presenting any misinformation in our store, but that would be deemed misinformation by the search engines at YouTube if I were to say anything that doesn't agree with Biden. And that's wrong. That's flat out wrong, I think. Okay, we're going to turn everything down to low. Everything's done pretty much. I'm going to portion it out in a plate. Change this header here. Yeah, since I added all that the vegetables and whatnot, we've got a lot of food here, so it's not like we're short of food. Nice serving bowl to put it in. Always rinse your serving bowls before you use them. You don't know what's sitting in your cupboard or what came out of the dishwasher, you know. Okay, let's throw that in there. And everything kind of cooks into itself with couscous. It just completely sucks up everything. So we're going to take that couscous off the top and put it at the bottom. Like so. You kind of break up the turkey as you put it in there. The peppers are al dente. The carrots are perfecto. And I agree, a couple eggs would be nice for this. But I don't cook with eggs, so. All right, so now with this dish, you want to add a sauce to this. You can't serve it like this, so being it's got a pepper thing going on, I'm gonna make a little roasted pepper hummus sauce. And just break up the turkey and it'll go in there with it, the peppers. Okay, and then you can cover the whole thing up like so, and it'll steam in its own heat, or heat in its own steam, and it all comes together. Okay. Now, I picked up some Sabra okay. Yeah, you know, I get deals on everything. I don't buy anything that isn't on sale. That's just to give you an idea where I'm coming from. And I'm going to make a little white sauce, kind of like this, that I have already made. But it's a really nice thing to add to a meal like this. So this happens to have everything I need in it, ironically, because I kind of plan the meal around it. I'm going to take a little hummus with red pepper sauce on it. put it in the base, like so. And I also happen to have some of this too, which is the end of the run. It's a hummus dressing. So I'm going to pour that in there. All right. I've got some mayonnaise. That's good. I'm going to use the rest of this mayonnaise. I told you I bought 70 containers of mayonnaise recently. I got them for like 10 cents a piece. I get safflower and sunflower mayonnaise. I just lucked out, man. I'm going to go ahead and put the pickle juice, some pickle juice in here. Just a little bit. Just a bit. Keep it rolling. And mix up the mayonnaise at the base. Then I use a little bit of non-fat yogurt. I have some Oikos Greek yogurt here. I'm coming to the end of these containers, so it's a perfect use of this. All right. Oh, I gotta try this. That's so good. I love yogurt. Oh, shut up. Looks like dog food. How dare you? How dare you? Okay, so I'm going to take this and mix it up like that. And you notice the consistency is kind of thick, right? This is like a tahini, but it's a pepper tahini. Tahini normally has dillweed in it, so why don't we throw a little dillweed in there too? There we go. Now take a little of that liquid and just kind of get the right consistency. So I'm just going to pour it in there. This has a little bit of the pickle juice. Now do not ever buy pickles that have red or have dye in them. Always check the pickle jar to see if there's any type of dye in it. All right. There you go. I'll deal with those later. Yeah, this happens. This particular brand is the sandwich slice does not have any dye in it, so you got to really check the labels. I would say most of the pickles out there, the dills, have dye in them. Truly. Oh, the sauce is incredible. I'm telling you, you can't eat this without the sauce. So, yeah. So I'm just putting things away right now. All right. I make dressing out of this too. Same kind of thing. This is the sauce is a little thicker though. See that? That'll be a really nice topper. So I'll serve that with the dish. You take a scoop out of there for one serving, and then you put a little sauce, drizzle sauce on the top. I'm telling you, this stuff is really good. You'll love it. Hey, and you know we didn't add a lot of salt to the dish, which is great. It's very low salt, this whole dish is. So if you want to add salt, you can always add salt at this point in the form of Parmesan. I love doing this too. It brings it, adds a flavor to the top here. So I've got some Parmesan here. And I'm going to take that clean spatula, put it on top, like that, and kind of dive into it, like that. That kind of sends the salt and the cheese flavor into the dish. And cover it right back up again, and you're ready to go. And you can recycle or throw it out. My recycler doesn't take those types of containers for some weird reason. All right, I'm going to go into the other room. We're going to take off here. Thank you for coming in and hanging out in David's kitchen. But you could definitely feed 6 people with that meal. And it's got all the basic food groups that you need. It's all good. Yeah, so hang in there, everybody. Make your own meals and save tons of money and eat better too. You really will. You'll feel better as a result of it. So signing off, I'll be back in the other room in about 5 minutes. Take care.